Welcome back to My Cars Shop. How to deal with project burnout. That's the question for today. Let's watch the show intro, and I'll see you on the other side.
Working out of a 100-year-old refurbished barn, bringing 35 years of experience to projects considered beyond repair. Vision, creativity, and problem solving are essential tools in this place. Watch as we transform junk into polished metal miracles. This is My Cars Shop.
If you watched Friday's episode, you heard me mention that I've just been dealing with a lot of burnout lately and having a hard time getting out in the shop. Life has just been stressful and crazy and a lot going on, and I was actually not in the shop for almost a week. And I thought it would be a good thing for us to talk about how do we deal with burnout. Now, first of all, I want to make this very, very clear. When I'm talking about burnouts, I'm not talking about this. Those are great burnouts. That's not the kind of burnouts we want to have in the shop. Well, maybe, but no. What I'm talking about is you just can't get your butt up off the couch, stop watching television, stop watching YouTube videos. Well, you don't want to stop watching My Car Shop, but other than that, sitting around watching other stuff, well, what for? But you just don't feel like getting out there in the garage or in the shop or in your driveway or whatever and working on stuff. And how do we deal with that? Well, we've got a few tips that might be helpful, some things that I have found that are beneficial, and we'll see if they maybe give you some help too. Number one, involve yourself in things that get you excited. So sometimes it's just helpful to actually sit down and watch some YouTube videos or watch somebody else's project and see what they're doing that might get you interested in getting back out into the shop and working on some stuff of your own. Number two, if you're in the middle of a big project and it feels overwhelming, pick some little thing you can do. There's always some little thing. Even if it's, I got a spot here on a quarter panel and I'm just going to get that down to bare metal and that takes you 10 minutes. You need to breed that sense of, you need to breed that sense of satisfaction and progress. That's important. So let's just face it, we're emotional beings, and if our emotions are getting the best of us and impeding us from making progress on our project, let's do something that emotionally encourages us so that we can feel good about the project and want to get back at it again. Number three. Talk to other people. We tend to be pretty isolationist, especially kind of in this, what do we want to call it? This social distance, shut down the world, can't talk to anybody, can't be with anybody kind of world. I know for myself, sometimes just talking and having conversation, whether it's via text message or Facebook Messenger or even, it's a weird idea, but a phone call, talk to somebody else about what's going on in their shop. Or if you're in a position that you can, stop by in somebody else's shop and see what they have going on. Or invite somebody over to your shop. Let's face it, we're a social creature. And so there is an energy that comes when you involve somebody else in your life and in your project and see what can happen. When you get them involved or share what you're doing, that also kind of creates an energy that makes you want to get back after it and keep working. Number 4, do a YouTube channel. Share it with the world, right? That motivates you. If you get people interested in what you're doing, you want to keep doing it. So yeah, there's a lot in doing a YouTube channel, and it's not for everybody, obviously, but maybe there's something else. You could do a Facebook page or get involved in a discussion forum. I know that when Joe was doing the Charger, we were involved. He still is involved in the Chargers forum, charger.net, I can't remember. And he got a build thread going. And I know even for me, as he was doing the build thread, I had nothing to do except be proud dad. But just watching him share that journey and seeing other guys in the group get excited. I'm in ebodies.org, Ratty Mopar Muscle, Bad Tree Productions, Ford Fat Fenders. I'm involved in a lot of groups. And sometimes just going and reading what other people are doing. The Ham, for those that are into vintage hot rods. I'm involved in a lot of groups, and some of them more than others, depending on what I'm working on. But being involved in groups can sometimes help you get encouragement and get inspiration to work on your project. Number 5, take a vacation. Get away from it for a while. Cut yourself some slack. I know for myself, I find once I get an energy going, I hate getting interrupted. But if we don't take those moments to recharge, to refresh, to get a little space from things, we can just get burned out and get in the doldrums also. So do that before you need it, and then that will help maintain that energy levels. Number 6, go to a car show or a swap meet. Go out there and hunt for other cars like yours. When I was working on the early stages of the 47 Ford, that's one of the things that I did, was I was on a hunt for other 47 Ford projects. I wanted to talk to 47 Ford owners. I wanted to see what they had done on their cars. So again, it's creating an energy. While you're not working on the car, you're working on yourself, building that energy and enthusiasm to get that project going. Number 7, 8, I lost track. I don't know. I'm still drinking my coffee. It's early. Go to a junkyard. I kind of mentioned that in the last one, but if you have a place where you can go where there's a vintage junkyard and look at old junk, believe it or not, that also gets you excited. That also gets you interested because you're out there seeing, oh, I need that part right there, or look what they did on this one, or what the heck? Who knows, right? But sometimes taking a trip around, looking at stuff. I know that the yard is gone now, but over in central Michigan, there was a place that we called, it was Hillard's Junkyard. They've scrapped everything out now, but it was on my personal Facebook page. I've got a whole photo album full of pictures called A Trip to Heaven, where a buddy and I went out and spent a day just wandering around. He was looking for old Chevy stuff. I was looking for old Ford and old Mopar stuff. And we had a ball and got to see so many cars that, quite frankly, were in better shape than some of the stuff I'm restoring right now. But again, you're building an energy and enthusiasm. And finally, I'm going to go back and touch on a point that I mentioned earlier. Build an energy level, build an enthusiasm for yourself. You've got to meet yourself where you're at as a human being. You're not a machine. So you're going to be able to put out massive amounts of work, but you also need a break. That's important. So recognize that this is a hobby. It's not the center of your life. Surround yourself with friends, with family. Hopefully you have friends and family that are interested in what you're doing. I know that I have a lot of friends and family that watch this channel, and it's a way of staying connected with them, especially when we're over great distances and they can't be in the shop necessarily. That through this medium of communication, they're able to be involved, and then I hear from them via email, text message, and phone call. What about this? What about that? This is cool. That stinks. Whatever. But keeping other people involved in our hobby is important, and I can't emphasize that enough, especially the people that are in your own house. Well, maybe going out in the shop is an escape for you from that. Don't be afraid to share what you're working on. Share your excitement. Share your enthusiasm. Even if they're not necessarily interested in cars, they're interested in you. So don't be afraid to communicate the things that excite you. That's part of being in family and relationship, right? And of course, listen to the stuff they're excited about too, even if it doesn't excite you, because that's part of relationship. But that's another subject for another channel, not this one. Bottom line, how to deal with burnout: maintain yourself, take care of yourself, feed yourself, meet yourself where you're at. Always do something that you can do. I have 9 projects out there that I can be working on, so sometimes I need to switch projects. Does it feel overwhelming? Yeah, it does sometimes. I think I'm never going to get all this stuff done in my lifetime. But you will. I will. Know your limitations, know what you can do, keep after it, and just make progress that encourages you. There's plenty of time, and yes, life is short, but if you get yourself in a panic, you're going to lock yourself up. So it's about having fun. Keep that in perspective. Don't lose sight of it, and always find some little thing that you can be doing. Sometimes it's just as exciting to go out and clean the shop, which it desperately needs right now. But anyway, that's going to do it for this short how-to video today on how to deal with burnout. So, you can use your line lock, you can use your foot on the brake and brake torque it, but that's a different burnout. And maybe we will do a video on how to do a burnout sometime. You tell me. Drop some comments down there, give me your thoughts. Share some ways that you find that help you deal with burnout or keep you from getting burned out. Drop some comments down there. Smash that like button on this video if this has been encouraging to you. And you can smash the dislike button if you don't like it, I guess. But I'd appreciate some comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Hit that bell for notifications. We're on Instagram and Facebook /MyCarShop. And particularly in this environment where I'm at right now in my home studio, rah!